Anna, where are you now? You're a housewife, so why aren't you taking care of the household at this time? Isn't that your duty? Where are you wandering around? Why couldn't I reach you this morning? Well, Sally, I'm at the doctor right now because I think I might have gotten a cold. Why did you contact me? Is there anything I can help you with? I just dropped off my daughter and my mom at your house, so from today you'll be taking care of them. I plan to pick them up again in a week, but my mom will stay with you from now on. I was gonna take care of them, but then I decided I didn't want to. You know that taking care of elderly relatives who can't even move is the responsibility of the daughter-in-law, right? And technically speaking, my last name shows that I'm not even part of this family, so from now on, Anna, take care of your mother-in-law. It's fully your responsibility from now on. Literally, what are you talking about? Without discussing it in advance, you just handed over Jean and your mother to me? And it puts me in a difficult position, Sally. You're putting me in a bad spot here. Besides, I've never raised a child before, and I've never taken care of a semi-paralyzed person. You know that. Plus, I'm running a fever and not in good health right now, so I'm not in a position to take care of anyone. I told you I'm at the doctor. And let's be real here, I don't want to give Jean and Rachel the cold. You know how young and old people are more susceptible to viruses? They could catch a cold from me. I can't do this. I'm sorry, Sally, but I can't help. Children naturally catch colds, coughs, and get sick while building their immunity. If Jean catches a cold, you can take her to the doctor, get her medicine, make her take it, so don't worry, it's not that difficult, right? And taking care of my mother is no big deal. You just change her diapers when it's time, and all you have to do is help her sit up and give her something like chicken noodle soup, maybe, some pickles. And I don't know, get some different kind of soup every now and then. See, it's not a big deal. You know that my mother can't speak anyway, so there's no nagging or any difficulties at all. And, well, I really don't understand why she suddenly lost her ability to speak when she was in a car crash and became half paralyzed. I mean, the doctors couldn't even pinpoint why she'd lost her ability to speak. She sure is a research topic, you know. Why did she become a useless old person who wouldn't even open her mouth? Unlike other people who never have traffic accidents in their entire lives. At the very least, she doesn't have to be a baggage to my life. This is terrible. Well, you know, if you think about it, you're not really free from the blame. I mean, no offense, I'm just saying. You've always begged your mother for help with housework and childcare. That's why your mother agreed to live with you. But one day, wasn't it when your mother went grocery shopping and had an accident? So technically, if you hadn't treated her like a burden, your mother would have been enjoying her retirement at her own home by now. Don't you feel even a slight sense of guilt? I mean, I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but at least you can help her recover. Anna, your thought process is really strange. Why is that my fault? Did I ask for an accident to happen to my mother? Do I look that low to you? Does taking care of the household and raising a child lead to accidents? It was just bad luck for my mother. And normally when a daughter has a child, it's the mother's natural responsibility to take care of them. If you look at my friends, their mothers take care of everything from A to Z. They say their mothers help them until their child goes to school, but what's this? My daughter is only 3 years old and my mother has become a burden who can't even control her own body. I feel sorry and ashamed in front of my husband, so I can't even look at him. It's already difficult enough to raise one child, so how am I supposed to take care of a semi-paralyzed mother too? So from now on, Anna, you can take care of my mother. You don't have children, so you don't have a reason to be more burdened than me, right? Do you understand? Doesn't my situation seem difficult to you, even when you look at it? All right, I see what you're trying to say. I'm currently on my way home, so please wait there for now. It's difficult to discuss this over text messages, so let's talk in person. Just wait a little bit. I'm near your house. I don't think I can do that, Anna. I'm actually heading to the airport right now. I told Jean to wait outside the front door with her grandmother and not to move until Auntie arrives, so there's no need to worry. Jean is smart and listens well. She will be waiting for you right there. What? You left the 3-year-old child with your mother in front of my house? This is unbelievable. How can you leave a physically disabled mother and a young child without a guardian like that? And you're at the airport? Are you going on a trip? And you entrusted your daughter and mother to me? Is that something a normal person would do? Why? Can a mom go on a trip? Have you never gone on a trip before? That is not the point. Besides, what about your husband? Is he going with you? Can't your husband take care of the child and Rachel for a while? He's currently on a business trip abroad. If he can go on a business trip and travel abroad, there's no reason why I can't, right? And not just me. My brother is going too, so Anna, take care of Gina and my mother while I'm away. It will be fine. Are you referring to my husband, Tom? He didn't say a word about going anywhere to me. There's no point in telling you because you would just start bothering him with lectures. That's why he didn't say anything to you. If you hadn't treated Tom so badly all the time, my brother wouldn't have secretly planned a trip. I can't imagine how you treated him for him to act like this. I mean, he is such a nice person, but he would keep secrets from you? What a ridiculous situation is this? A married brother and sister going on an overseas trip without their respective spouses with not a single explanation? How am I supposed to accept this? No matter how close siblings are, isn't this crossing a line? Please, explain it to me so that I can understand. Anna, what strange thoughts are you having right now? It's not just Tom and me going alone, but my friend is treating us and we're going together. My friend is also a friend of Tom's. Oh, so I'm supposed to feel relieved because it's not just you and my husband going alone? Is this friend someone you both knew from school or someone you met after graduating from college? He's Tom's college friend, but we were friends too. He was doing business overseas for a long time and arrived in the States a few months ago. Ever since then, all of us met up a couple times. He's treating us to this trip now. That's why we're just going on a short vacation. Is that man someone I know too? I normally know who Tom's friends are. Even if I explain, would you understand? Anyway, you wouldn't know who that person is even if I explained. Why do you keep prying like that? Besides, this has nothing to do with you. Don't annoy me and just don't pay attention to me. It has nothing to do with me? Would it be okay if I contact your husband to ask what's going on? You know I can't stand being curious and unsure about things, so please, explain it properly to me. Okay, I get it. Just calm down. I'll explain everything. Tom's friend is someone I had a crush on in middle school. Since he came back to the US and I met him again 6 months ago, we've been meeting with good feelings. Are you satisfied now? Are you saying you're having an affair right now? Are you confessing that you're cheating on your husband to me? It's not an affair. I just think of that person as a friend. He's also married, so I have no intention of breaking up my family either. So it has to be kept a secret from my husband. Do you understand? And now you want to abandon little Jean, who just turned 3? You're truly a disgusting human being. Do you think you still have the qualification to be a mother? Aren't you even sorry to your hardworking husband who works for the family? You know how much that person has been struggling for you and Jean. Aren't you ashamed in front of your daughter who considers you everything in the world? If you were a real human being, you wouldn't do such a shameless thing. Anna, who do you think you are to try and teach me? Do you think you have the position to teach me? You, being infertile, dare to talk about being a mother to me? You can't even properly hold onto a man's heart, yet you babble whatever you want to your sister-in-law. At least I gave birth to a child. You haven't done anything. Do you even hear yourself talking? I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were this delusional. You're just an uncultured daughter-in-law in this family. You're the lowest ranking person in my family, and yet you dare to lecture me and act like my sister-in-law with your husband on your back? What a pity. How about you worry about your own situation before worrying about mine? Unlike you, I'm not stupid and charmless. Who lets herself be taken by a woman who stole another woman's husband? What does that even mean? Speak clearly so I can understand. What does it mean that I had my husband stolen by another woman? Explain it properly to me. Why? Are you afraid that someone like Tom, who earns a lot of money, will be taken by another woman? Did you think that someone like you, who is overweight and unattractive, would live with handsome and kind Tom for the rest of your life? When Tom was in school, he was popular among girls. Did you know that I introduced my friend, who had a crush on Tom in middle school, to him? And this trip is with that friend as well, a total of 4 people. Didn't you know? How do you feel now? Does betrayal make your blood boil? Do you feel like losing your mind? Can you understand even a little bit of how I feel now that you've taken Tom away from me without my permission? Do you know how much stress I've been through because of you, who married Tom without my consent? It's shameful that my brother married an unattractive woman like you. Because of people like you, all sisters-in-law in the world end up with a bad impression. You're not just a thoughtless woman. Your character itself has rotted away. Both you and your brother, your whole family, engage in inhumane actions, and it seems like you're not afraid of karma. Karma? What karma? You still hold on to that sort of thing? I have a friend who lives with an older man who is wealthy and much older than her, and people used to disregard her as a side chick. But wherever they go now, my friend is respected and treated as a mistress. His wife suffered from stress and died, but my friend married that man and now lives a comfortable and wealthy life. Just by looking at that, you can see there's no God and that karma doesn't exist. People who have done bad things go around freely and live well. But look at my mom now. She was a devoted woman, a great mother. She literally spent all her life dedicated to us, her children. But look at her. She became partially paralyzed overnight due to a car accident. Is this fair? Is this what you call fair? You live comfortably as a full-time housewife thanks to my Tom, so shut your mouth and be quiet while taking care of my mother. Understand? I know that the house you live in is under your mother's name, but you treat her like baggage and trash after all the care she gave for you. And look at you now. You're abandoning her when she needs you the most, and you call yourself a daughter? Are you a human being even after doing such things? You're the one who's the real trash and scum. Not even a bug would live like this. What? Did you just call me a bug and trash? I knew you were an ugly woman, but I didn't expect you to be so uneducated. What's wrong with that? I'm just saying it as how it actually is. I don't see what the problem is here. Even respecting a vulgar woman like you as my sister-in-law has become tiresome. Did I make you feel like you were a royal princess because I respected you? You foolish woman. What you're trying to say is really low, even for you, Anna. Are you really the same Anna I knew? The gentle and polite Anna? Is that you? Yeah, polite my ass. Am I supposed to be polite to you? Rachel doesn't even say a word to me during holidays, but you act like you run the whole thing and make me do things like you're my boss. I've held back out of consideration for Rachel. It's not because I'm afraid of you. Now I realize you're just a worthless piece of trash. I can't believe that siblings like you came from someone as amazing as Rachel. Rachel just asked me to give her the real estate documents for the house you're living in. She even explained the situation to your husband and said she would put the house on the market. Let's stop now. I need to go to the real estate agent right away. What did you say? You're putting my house on the real estate market? Then where am I supposed to live? And you said you explained the situation to my husband? What exactly did you say? What did you tell him? I told him everything you said to me, and he said he would go to court as soon as he finishes his overseas business trip. Of course, your husband said he would definitely fight for Jean's custody, so you better be prepared. Isn't it obvious? Would your husband trust a cheap woman like you to take care of the child? Hold on. Wait a minute. You're saying my mother told you to put the house on the real estate market? My mother is in a condition where she can't even speak since the accident. How could she ask you to put the house on the market? Are you secretly taking advantage of my mother's condition to sell the house and run away? If you have any thoughts of swallowing my house and property, stop right now. I will never let that happen. Oh, please. The aphasia? You really don't know anything. Your mother experienced disappointment and despair beyond measure from you and your brother, and she chose to close herself off. Your mother heard everything you and your brother said outside her hospital room on the day she was taken to the hospital after the accident. She heard you two saying it would have been better if the old lady died so you could get insurance money and dispose of her property. She heard that you thought it would have been better if she had died, instead of living as a helpless body, unable to even speak for the rest of her life. But your mother was a stronger person. She didn't want to commit the sin of deliberately taking her own life just because she wanted to die. She chose to keep living. Is that true? Did my mother really hear everything I said? Your mother decided to move to a retirement community with the money from selling her house and her property. Are you crazy? Who gave you the right to sell the house and empty the property? What your mother does with her property is not your concern, is it? Aren't you in your 30s and yet you don't understand such a simple principle? How can a helpless elderly person who can't even walk go to a retirement community without my help? Stop talking nonsense. I'm here. I am your mother's daughter-in-law. I will take responsibility and provide the best facility for your mother so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, and tell Tom. Tell him to pay me the alimony, get divorced, and go on a trip together with his secret lover. Funny thing is, Tom said your mother passed away so that he would take a week off work. He just blatantly lied to the company about his mom. Tell him that he'll have to pack his things once he gets back. Is this really how it's going to be, Anna? What on earth are we doing as a family? Stop everything right now. Otherwise, no matter how much you beg, I will never forgive you. I have never done anything to ask for forgiveness from someone like you. I hope your bitter affair trip abroad turns out just as unpleasant as you are. After all that, I received alimony from my husband, divorced him, and Sally got divorced by her husband and even lost custody. My ex-husband, whose career was ruined, has been struggling to find employment for quite a long time, but he keeps failing, the last time I heard. I heard rumors that he now works at a small company run by his friend. Must not be easy for him to work under his friend, considering his pride. Ironically, those adulterous bugs, for some unknown reason, have all broken up. Perhaps it's the natural consequence of their infidelity. Those individuals care only about their immediate pleasure without any regard for the pain inflicted upon others. Such animalistic behavior cannot be called love. And they bear no responsibility for their frivolous affairs. I don't know if they even learned anything from all this. Based on their usual behavior, they would just think they got unlucky. Who knows? Maybe they have just wanted a rush of dopamine in their lives just for the fun of it. At the very least, I hope they feel remorse for breaking a family. But I'm glad that I am no longer with that dirty piece of crap. I don't know what I'll do at the moment, but I'll just take a break for a while. At the very least, I still have Rachel to keep company. She's regaining health and will be up and running in no time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.